It's every other month, and it happens on Wednesdays.
Okay, so
You know, here together. So we're middle of the week, which is to me, I got to applaud the whole crew for making it happen. Because to tell you the truth, middle of the week can be a hard pull, and especially for something that's different that people don't know about. So 3 years later, we're still here, and we turn up on Wednesday like it's a weekend.
Nice. 3 years in the making, going strong.
And with that, what we say in 3 years, I gotta explain. We do it every other month, sometimes every 2 months. So we're actually on our 12th one within the 3 years. So we're probably actually just a year old if you count us on a month. But if you count the months, but we've been consistently
spread out, but it's right, exactly. So talk to me about some things that you've done with Jay-Z. I heard you were doing some stuff with Jay-Z.
Yeah, we did. When Jay-Z, remember when Jay-Z retired? I don't know if you're old enough to remember that. Jay-Z retired.
I feel like
after the Black Album. Black Album, then our Black Album. After the Black Album, Jay-Z publicly retired and became the president of Def Jam.
Yeah.
Okay? President of Def Jam, where he made great moves. Rihanna, Kanye West, he was doing his thing. But as an artist, he decided that he wanted to come back. So he stepped down as president of Def Jam. I'm going to say Def Comedy Jam. Of Def Jam. So when he stepped out of retirement, he recorded an album called Kingdom Come.
Right.
Now this is the thing. He's president of Def Jam. He stepped down. He's doing this album called Kingdom Come. Now you're also an artist. I've seen you.
Yes.
By the way, she does one of the best Star Spangled Banners that I've ever seen. You know, in my life. But so he's coming out with his album, right? So he has to promote this, right? He was the executive of the label. He has to promote this album. Jay-Z doesn't have the time to really tour everywhere and promote the album. So what he decided to do was come up with a tour called the Hangar Tour.
Okay.
So what it was I think a day before his album release, he took a private jet and he flew to 6 different cities to do 6 different concerts in one day.
Wow.
In one day to do all of these concerts. It wasn't a thing that was like pre-planned long. So it was Atlanta, it was Vegas, of course New York, it was LA, yeah, all of the top cities, and Philly was one of them, because Philly's a big market for Jay-Z, and it always has been. So when he came to Philly, he needed openers or somebody like a host or whatever. Now the problem was, since it was last minute and he couldn't play favors to any of the radio stations or any clicks or anything like that, he needed somebody that was dope as shit, but didn't have, neutral, didn't have any affiliations. And my homie Brock, who used to come down to the Laugh House, who works for Def Jam, you know, was like, you know what? Yeah.
Okay, shout out to Brock.
Big shouts out to Brock.
Shout out to Brock.
Brock made the call, told Def Jam, yo, you gotta get Keith from up the block because he does the music and he does the comedy. And I just saw him perform with Kevin Hart. I did 7 shows with Kevin Hart.
Okay.
And at the time, Kevin was like, you know, I'm blowing up. Yeah. So he put the call into Shelly from Urban Expressions from the TV show I was at. So Shelly calls me up. I'm literally walking to Save-A-Lot to use my girlfriend's at that time, her access card, to go shopping for food up at Save-A-Lot. Real rap. You know, I'm walking, and I get the call, and she's like, listen, what are you doing? What are you doing tomorrow? Do you mind opening at the Electric Factory? I was like, all right, well, who is it? Because I didn't know what it was. Oh, for Jay-Z. Do you mind hosting this thing for Jay? She was like, it's no money. And I was like, all right, I'll do it. Of course I'll fucking do it. Of course I'll fucking do it. So the concert is 8 o'clock in the morning. The line is wrapped around the block. The only way you can get tickets was to win through the radio station. Remember, Jay-Z was retired. He's coming back. Electric Factory is lit. The line is wrapped. People were out there from 4 o'clock in the morning when they heard it on the radio. They're waiting, the line is wrapped up. I go into the building. I'm in there. I go up. I see the people from Def Jam. You know, Jay is coming from, I think he started in Atlanta. Like maybe 5 o'clock in the morning to start the show. He was going to fly from there, come to Philly for 8 o'clock. So I went to the person from Def Jam. I'm like, all right, yo, I'm here. So what's up? How does this go? Who do I introduce first? Now, for everybody out there, if they told you that you had to host a Jay-Z concert in Philly at that time, right? And you're going to go do it, they call you, they say, Suzann Christine, host for Jay-Z. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm going to come down, I'll host this concert, whatever. I go to the Def Jam people. I'm like, okay, so who do I bring up first? Now, what would you be thinking if you had to do this show? Who would you think you would be bringing up?
Probably somebody off the team.
Somebody off the team.
Somebody off the Def Jam.
Oskino, Sparks, P, Free, Beans, all of the people that's down there. So, you know, some people, you know, to open up. So I'm like, yeah, so who do I bring up? They're like, oh, nobody.
Straight Jay-Z.
And I'm like, wait, what do you mean? They was like, you go on stage for an hour.
What?
They was like, you go up for an hour. Yes.
But did you have an hour? Did you have an hour of material prepared?
At that time, I didn't know if I had an hour. So they're like, you go up there for an hour and bring up Jay-Z. You're gonna give out we did a raffle, so you're gonna give out a ticket so that somebody can get on the jet plane and fly to the other locations with Jay-Z.
Shut it up.
So that was the deal. It was like, you gotta give an hour. And I tore that motherfucker down. Sold out crowd, only me. Me and Hov, and then I brought up Hov. Now the thing is, me and Hov got a history. So I know Jay-Z, even though me and Jay-Z don't hang or anything like that, but I've known Jay-Z since '96.
Right.
So I do the show, I blow it up, I'm fucking sweating. I'm so nervous, but I just killed it. I got a song called Bus Riders Anthem. It's like DMX's Rough Riders Anthem, but it's stop, drop, a token and a token slide. Oh,
was they killing it?
No.
Was they singing with you?
Because that's how bus riders roll. Right? Everybody in there with their trans passes up. Just like bouncing their trans. So it was good. And then of course, I can't lie. What also helped me was I got to give out that raffle ticket. Yeah. So of course you got the time to say, yeah, y'all remember this Jay-Z song? Yeah. Oh yeah. So you get the bullshit a little bit. It was a good 30, 40 minutes. So after I get off stage, Hov has come in, and there's always that point, and I'm pretty sure you got there, you know really famous people, but sometimes you think, do they still remember me? Because it might have been like years or whatever. So I come in, Hov just comes in, he's been watching me on stage, and he looks at me, he's just like, what's up, kid? I was like, shit, came over, gave me a pound, or whatever. Now this is the funny thing. Just got finished blazing it, sold out Electric Factory. Jay-Z just said what's up to me, told me I did a good job. I left the building and got on the bus and rolled back home.
Drop.
And just rolled back home without anybody knowing on that bus who I was, what I did, or anything else like that. And it taught me a lot about life in this business.
What did it teach you?
It taught me